already March 1st, and you believe it? And it's actually the first day of meteorological spring, a little different from astronomical spring, because we judge that basically by the temperature cycles that are going on. So we are.
I have no way to vet if that's appropriate. There's no teachings here except by some remote and the television, which is really frightening. So they're calling it meteorological spring. I'm just tucking that in the back of my whatever and trying to follow along. He also mentions in New York, which is the Empire State at the moment, or for this area, there's enough Hollywood movies that means the popular vote, even though I'm whatever, the popular vote in New York City, since my parents were working class Democrats during a whatever changing season, it feels like. I don't know who was in charge. He also mentions something about a worm moon, WORMMOON. I don't know what that is or how to find out about it. However, 4 nights ago, the moon here in the night sky disappeared. There was a Big Dipper, Little Dipper at some point on a different date. Orion showed up in the night sky. Just one constellation, that's it. Moon totally gone. I'm in a different whatever than what the humans told me to expect. I'm in a completely different atmosphere, completely different part of the galaxy, completely different planetary system. We have a sun, I guess, is what they call it. SUN light. So that means, according to the humans around here, the way that they teach in this piss poor version, that we're in a solar system. SOLARSYSTEM. They also teach that we need the sun in order to stay healthy and warm. However, based on the lighting effects at the moment, while I don't disagree with this solar theory, the sun at this part of the galaxy, or this part of the solar system, is tuned to the wrong photon level, or micron level, or microwave level. It seems to be cooking my human, meaning my person, my genetic I'm wearing, and so therefore it's malfunctioning.
We are warming quite rapidly as we move forward, almost gaining a degree a day in our normal highs. We have a lot of cloudiness out there right now, but it's not as uncomfortable as yesterday. We're at 45 degrees, trying to inch up into the upper 40s. Of course, a little bit cooler in Monticello, but even over 50 down the Jersey Shore right now. So there is a clipper system moving through tonight. It's the first of two over the next 24 to 30.
I have no idea what a clipper system is. Is that something like if I was a seamstress, or Steve Anselmo, like, put carpet in? He had carpet from Lowe's Home Improvement. When they had 2 cuts of the carpet, they would put a piece of some kind of glue underneath and then they'd seam it together. Like, is that what a clipper system is? You just seam 2 things that don't naturally go together.
6 hours and see the showers along I-80 across Pennsylvania. Much of this not reaching the ground, but there are a couple sprinkles or little flurry off to the north and west. Nothing's really going to be heavy. There's a better chance of seeing a rain or snow shower this evening to the north. The window is still about maybe midnight to 2 a.m., and then clouds will start.
I really don't care. Where's the
forecast? A stronger clipper tomorrow night means we go back to blustery on Thursday. We'll look at the forecast all the way through the weekend, and there's a big satellite launch coming up in the next half hour or so. I'll have more on that in the 7-day Acura Weather forecast in a few minutes. Guys, back to you for now.
All right, Lee, thanks a lot. On to the coronavirus.
Oh, wait. Hold on. He said something about the moon. That's important.
And we're in the 40s and low 50s with sunshine and patchy clouds tomorrow. Coming up in the AccuWeather forecast, a stronger clipper tomorrow night means we go back to blustery on Thursday. We'll look at the forecast all the way through the weekend, and there's a big satellite launch coming up in the next half hour or so. I'll have more on that in the 7-day AccuWeather forecast in a few minutes. Guys, back to you for now.
All right, Lee, thanks a lot. On to the coronavirus pandemic and a big day.
That's interesting because he mentioned something about a worm moon, but now it's gone off the television broadcast. My whatever must have changed. Now, in the mail today came this, because I'm thinking to myself, when have I ever actually seen military people? I haven't. I've seen a bunch of people on the television claiming in the United States or in North America to be military. They claim to be something called a veteran. And I'm thinking, what does that really mean? I've struggled with this my entire life. Because I had one grandpa who actually was in the military. But he died before I got here, so I couldn't ask him any questions. And none of his children were helpful. So, here we are at VFW. Sends this, it looks like a prayer card. But it says, because this is something North American specific that I've seen a lot of commercials for. It says, no one does more for veterans. It says to foster camaraderie among United States veterans of overseas conflicts. That's interesting. Because there was no path to entry into this United States system for me. I was never offered employment. No recruiter ever came and said, do you want, like, this is what we're about. Would you like to participate? Didn't happen. So that's a problem. They say that they serve our veterans, the military, and our communities. No, they don't. Bold-faced lie right here. I was living in a United States of North America community, and no one ever came to speak to me or try to recruit me. So now they're discriminating against certain populations. I'm a soft target for another reason. I've been hit with a horrific biological attack. But I would think you'd have to be at this level in order to know something about it. And currently, they seem to be avoiding me for some reason. After I've been hurt so many times by something inside of the system. Whether it be the United States system or whether it be through some other military service, I have no idea. I've only heard of this one because this is what advertises in the Northeast area. It says it advocates on behalf of all veterans. I highly doubt that. My grandfather was an Alpini, and whatever this is has not been kind. Then I've got some shitbag Tiafrio, 1975. His father was a Korean War veteran, and he's got a family full of shitbags. Never helped me, never gave me insight, by the way, in anything I might need. Talk about the local area really letting down the kiddos that need them for bureaucratic and autocratic reasons. I'm kind of important. I have a painting with a headdress. It's significant. Perhaps you've heard of it. Girl with the pearl earring. Then it says, our vision, ensure that veterans are respected for their service, always receive their earned entitlements, and are recognized for their sacrifices they and their loved ones have made on behalf of this great country. Gee, that's interesting, because I have a whole lot of veterans that have not been serving. They've not been serving the one that needed them. I have no respect for those that don't show respect for the system that is currently broken but needs to be fixed. In fact, the veterans I've run into have made the system worse. Core values. Always put the interests of our members first. Right, yeah, I've noticed that. You put Tiafrio 1975 and the shitbags values before the one that needed to get somewhere. Did I mention that the moon is missing? Cosmologically and astrologically, I'm kind of more significant than their entire family put together, just under the Romer and the Cattaruzza umbrella, which they're not covered under, so I don't know why they'd be pushing for the wrong effect. Why would you invest in... I saw MLB today, by the way. Well, here's a kicker. They want $775,000 in their contract for MLB. I'm like, wow, 1975 Tiafrio, that's really an interesting number to settle on. I'm not even part of it. Did I mention there's a war going on in Ukraine and a crisis with Russia? Just curious, because I'm still in the broken empire. I'm still all by myself. I've got Lynn and Lou here. Tiafrio follows me around like a piece of shite. Toilet paper is what I call him. He's caused nothing but trouble since the minute he got here. I'm pretty sure Nora knows about it. So if Nora knows about it, I'm pretty sure others know about it. I just don't know why humans keep going along with allowing them to hurt me. By just wasting my time and counting down my biological clock. I'm pretty sure in military terms, it's called holding someone prisoner in like soft target terms, because they also are not honest and upfront about it. Today also goes off a launch in the really ridiculously, opulently smart and whatever in bureaucratic parts of the world that have careers and jobs. They launched something called a GOES-T, GOES-T. Really interesting at Cold War and Tiafrio. So now, let's see. Let's see if I can pull that up on the news. Hang on. Oh, here's the weather guy talking about this worm moon.
32 to 40 degrees. Average precipitation is over 4 inches. Average 5 inches of snow last year, only a trace. The sunset tonight is at 5:47. By the end of the month, 7:19. But we get the 7 o'clock sunsets earlier than that because daylight saving time returns on the 13th. The full worm moon, it's called in
Our
March,
moon
is on the
is
18th.
missing.
Of course, spring arrives on the 20th, just before lunchtime. We have a lot of cloud cover out there right now, but it's pretty comfortable. 45 degrees. There is a bit of a breeze that's kicking.
Now here's the MLB
Major League
lockout.
Baseball players and team owners to come to an agreement before the lockout disrupts the season. The deadline is 5 p.m. Now, some progress has been made, but the two sides remain far apart on key issues like raising the luxury tax and minimum salary. Players want a minimum salary of $775,000.
What the hell is a luxury tax? Just curious. Is that taxidermy? I'm just curious, because even the word TAX is confusing. Why, as a Major League Baseball, why are they paying tax? Tax on what? It says luxury. What does that mean? I'm just curious. I've been left out of the cool kid club.
Dozens of spring training games have already been canceled. The lockout is now in its 90th day. Opening day, March 31st. Coming up, picking up the pump, the bill that could allow self-service gas pumps in New Jersey for the first time. Why some gas station owners say they need this to pass. An update on Queen
They said it was a 73-year mistake. Oh my gosh, that just so happens to line up with someone's birthday. Oh my goodness.
Elizabeth and her road to recovery.
Now, this is interesting. This ship they're mentioning, I saw it the other day, had a big Grimaldi on the side of the ship. I knew a Lorraine Grimaldi. That's who worked for Bob Steck at Merrill Lynch before Lynn was there. But they were working class Democrats. I mean, I don't know her. It's not public information here what your registered party is, but let's just go with a working, if you want the Democrats to work and you want a working democracy, again, Kiev, my mom would be one of those, like, working towards democracy, but she doesn't know how to get involved in the big system of democracy because all of the cool kids seem to have had other ideas in the popular democracy, which did not include my mom for some reason. It also didn't include mom's daughter. It's been a generational thing going forward that has wiped me out of a working democracy.
No longer a ship. It's now a wreck resting in the bottom of the ocean. The ship manager says it sank as it was being towed. All 22 crew members were evacuated when the fire first broke out. There were more than 3,900 vehicles on board, including Audis, Lamborghinis, and some 1,100 Porsches.
Wow.
Oh my god, all the douches and douchettes of the world lost their, like, planned whatever. Oh, my heart just goes out and breaks for the I really don't give a shit about them. Oh, and here's where the douche and douchettes seem to work and congregate in has employment.
Now on its way to orbiting the Earth.
3, 2, 1. And liftoff.
The GOES-T weather satellite just launched minutes ago atop a rocket from Cape Canaveral. The satellite will be operated by the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. It's the third spacecraft in its...
Do you think they know the moon went missing? I'm just curious. Or are they just so busy with hitting this goal of getting some new overpriced toy in the sky?
series, which the agency describes as the Western Hemisphere's most sophisticated weather observing and environmental monitoring system. And I know this is a live look right now as it heads into orbit. Lee, I know...
Is this like a Jeff Bezos, like boxes, Elon Musk, like which one's gonna get their rocket in orbit? And like nobody gives a shit land? And like, no, I'm really here, the moon's really missing, and it really hurts because I've been biologically attacked. And as a soft target, which I was born with that, whatever, they've been like misdirecting my actual appearance. It's caused some things on big places, big shakeups. But I don't really see a place to enter humanity where I can find a soft landing where they actually care.
You are so beyond excited.
You're geeking out a little bit this afternoon as I watch this go into space, cutting through the clouds that one day, of course, it will look down on. So a very successful launch, and it's really not an exaggeration to say that it's going to be a huge tool in the accuracy, increasing the accuracy of our forecast, because it's 4 times the resolution of the current GOES satellites that are out there. This will ultimately be called GOES-18. It's going to be positioned over the Pacific Ocean, especially the Northwest Pacific, where a lot of systems are coming into the Northwest, and we're talking about atmospheric rivers there. It'll improve wildfire detection, incredible infrared analysis, and also improve lightning mapping. Solar storms will also be better forecast because of this. There's going to be some use of this summer, but it's fully operational in 2023 when it becomes GOES-18. So super exciting as it will find its place in orbit 22,000 miles above the Earth.
Tick-tock, humanity. It's only been 43 years of everything going in the wrong direction. 7 decades before that, star 1978, star 8378, Nicole, Cattaruzza, its Earth, solar system, Milky Way, universe, galaxy is broken. It's Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361. and it's March 1st, 2022.